everybody. I wanted to get you started with practicing a little bit in one of my favorite programs, which is Adobe Illustrator. For this week, one of the things you are being asked to do is to spend a little time in Illustrator and create about three things to upload and show me that you've done a little practice. I'm teaching this tutorial assuming that you know little to zero of Illustrator. This might come easier to some of you who already may be familiar with Illustrator, and some of you may not. First thing I'm going to do is walk you through a little bit of the interface, and up here in your course content, you're going to see a little Adobe Illustrator module, and here is a PDF called a pencil exercise. We're going to open that, and it's going to look like this. What you want to do to start is to open Illustrator, and you're going to see a space like this. My space is populated with some past project work, some things I've had going on recently. Illustrator brings up any recent files in this section. We're going to hit Create New. And over here is where they're going to ask you what kind of new document do you want to do. Since this is a digital online course, we're going to actually create things for the web. This is not actually for the web. It's actually just going to use some screen settings. So it's going to have a lower resolution, a lower file size. It's going to use RGB color mode. CMYK would be, if I click print, you'll see that that switches down to CMYK. And it's going to put things in pixels. You can hit create. And what you see is your default Adobe Illustrator file. So it starts with a white background. Over here are some of your tools that you'll use in Illustrator. This has everything from drawing tools to typesetting tools. Over here are color swatches. You can click any of these little arrows and they will go away. This is one of my favorite three tools down here: Transform, Align, and Pathfinder. And those may not show up on your window by default. You may want to come up into the window panel and select any of that. So Pathfinder is right here, Align is right here, and these three are linked. So I believe if you select one of them, they all come up. A great thing that you can do is if you do set all this to start showing the tools and boxes that you'd like, you can actually name your workspace. So you can create a new workspace. I can call it any. And that way, actually, anytime that I open Illustrator, all I have to do is come up here and select my name, and everything will come back the way that I've set it. So that's kind of a nice feature. What we are going to do to get started is you create this pencil. So this is one of the first things that you will be creating. And I'm going to start by pulling up this PDF, and I encourage you to work alongside the PDF. What we're going to do is we're going to start by drawing a rectangle. So I'm going to go over here to the shape rectangle tool. And down here are the colors of the rectangle. In the back is going to be the fill of the rectangle, and on top is what's called a stroke. Illustrator calls an outline of a box or an item the stroke, and that's something you'll just have to practice remembering. You can turn any of these off by clicking none to apply nothing. And if you'd like to edit what color is in this, all you need to do is select it and it will pop up top. So with my fill selected, because I'm going to be working on the wood top nib of the pencil, I'm going to make sure that fill is on top, which allows me to edit it. I'm going to come over here. And if you don't see a color that really quite feels like the right color, you can swatch library, and you can come in to color books. Actually, any of these are preset swatch palettes, and they're kind of fun. The art history panel is pretty fun. Color books, you can come down to what I usually like to do is open my Pantone books. Pantone is a color standardization print process, so it's supposed to mean that that the red you choose, if it's the right Pantone red, it'll be exactly the same red regardless of which printer or output machine you use. So what I'm going to do is come down to solid coated, and this is going to give me just some more color options. I'm going to kind of go through